Hey, what's up, soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another video here today on the channel. Where today what I have for you guys is a Dead Ops Arcade 3 video. I know a lot of you guys probably have not played this much, but I've been really enjoying it for the past week, and I think it's really underrated. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to get 2 fates so that you can do much better when you play Dead Ops and actually end up beating the Mama back at the end to get any of the achievements or any of the calling cards that you want in Dead Ops Arcade 3. So essentially what we need to do to get 2 fates is check every single dungeon. The first one is going to be as soon as you spawn into the wild at the end of round 4, and you're going to go all the way straight basically, and then at the end bear to the left, and you're going to drop down into this hole. Now the first one, the first deadly dungeon, is called the Crypts of Camaro, and sometimes when you drop into a dungeon you can get a key, you can get extra lives, or you could get a skull with a red outline, and that's one thing you really want to keep an eye for. So I cleared out all the zombies, and now we're going to run to the second one, which is actually going to be all the way down the path. Now you will need 2 keys to open up each of these 2 doors that I'm running through, and you just want to keep following the path. Watch out for the spikes, watch out for the fireballs, and watch out for the flogger as well, which can all damage you. And then basically you'll get to a drop off where you drop into some water, and all you have to do is swim and make your way into the next deadly dungeon right here. So this one is called the Terrors of Tarampi, and once again you just want to keep an eye out for that skull that has a red outline around it. Unfortunately, the gameplay that you guys are watching showing all 4 of them is not going to have a skull, but I will show some towards the end. Keep in mind that getting a red skull with an outline is a 5% chance about, sometimes even less, which is really rare. So you do have to get pretty lucky. And if you are actually trying to beat the Mama back and have a very good chance, I would honestly recommend restarting in order to get this one. So another one, the Gratas de la Dorta, didn't get it. That was in a hole just in the ground. And the last and final one, you have to make your way pretty far up the volcano, and there's going to be a bunch of enemies on the way. You'll have a Brutus, you'll have a skull that spawns skeleton zombies with swords that you want to kill. You might recognize them from Ancient Evil. So there's going to be a bunch of like gold and silver that you can get on the way up the mountain as well, which is pretty dang nice. So just make sure you destroy the skeletons as quickly as you can. And there's also going to be a megaton that will spawn that will split most of the time. Sometimes it doesn't and you get lucky, and you just basically keep making your way up. Watch out for the floggers, destroy the skulls as soon as you see them, and watch out for the dragons blowing fire, and just continue all the way up. And there are going to be like some fireballs that are shot at you as well. Once you kind of know how, like exactly the direction they go, it makes it pretty easy. So eventually you'll come to a bridge, and you want to kill the Brutus first. That usually spawns there. Watch out for the spikes on the bridge, and then cross the bridge. As soon as you get to the other side of the bridge on the left hand side, start shooting, because there's going to be a head that is going to spawn Nova Crawlers. These guys will slow you down in Dead Ops Arcade and make it very annoying, especially when you're playing on different maps later on. So there's going to be some chests, some baskets. You can open it up for gold and silver and all that sort of stuff to get your multiplier up a little bit higher. And there's going to be another place where you can drop down into the last and final dungeon. And this one is called the Lair d'Uers. And once again, we're going to check and see if we get a skull with a red outline or any keys or lives or anything like that. I got a life, but I already had 9 of them, so it didn't really help that much. So I'm going to leave. Now, basically what you're going to want to do now is make your way to the fountain, and you'll see the fountain like right there. It has like a blue orb inside of it, and basically what this is going to do is reveal exactly all of the fates. So it costs 1 if you're playing solo or co-op, and 2 if you're playing 3 or 4 player. And basically you give keys to that, and it's going to reveal each of the stones, and each of the stones is distinct to whatever fate that you're going to want to get in your game. Now, there's a couple fates that are a lot better than others in my opinion, and I would say that those are feet and also firepower. Those are my 2 favorite, and I think the most effective that you want for killing the Mama back, especially if you get both of them. It can really help in your game. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what the fates look like a little bit later on in the video, but I'm going to reveal or show you guys exactly what I meant by revealing the actual fates. So as you can see, I'm going to drop down into the Room of Fate at the top of the volcano, and you're going to go into the Room of Fate, and there's going to be 6 different stones that are all distinct. They all have a distinct look to them, and you'll know exactly which ones are which. So as you can see, I'm looking for the one with red stones because that one is firepower. This is definitely the best one for killing the Mummivac overall. So as you can see, I just wanted to look at it, and that is the one for firepower. But in this specific game, I wanted to get Divine Shield. I don't know why, but I just figured I would try it out. So I ended up going and getting that specific stone over here on the left hand side. So just keep in mind, guys, when you guys are playing, that it really depends on which one. I'm going to show you guys exactly what they look like, but I got Divine Shield in this specific game. So now I'm going to show you guys some gameplay of what I'm actually talking about with getting a Margwa. So as you can see, I'm going to drop down here. This was on my stream live and everything like that. I'm going to drop down, and I noticed that I did get a skull with a red outline on it, as you can see, which means a Margwa spawn. So what you want to do is go into that room and drop a nuke immediately, which will clear out all the zombies and find the stone and interact with it. I ended up getting Furious Feet, which is really crazy because that's a super rare chance. Like I said, it's like a 5% chance to get a Margwa, and then I left immediately. So as soon as I got Furious Feet, I knew that this was going to be a game that I wanted to play out, because I also have enough keys to donate to the fountain and get reveal all of them and get firepower as well as feet, which is pretty much the best combo that you can possibly get in Dead Ops Arcade if you're playing solo. So I ended up making my way to the top of the volcano. Once again, there's a werewolf at the top which will lunge at you, so you really need to be careful. He's pretty overpowered and strong, so definitely watch out for that. He can also regen health and spawn some ghost dogs from Blood of the Dead, so make sure you watch out for that. But anyways, I made it to the top of the volcano, and once I killed the werewolf, I was able to open this pink barrier at the top, or purple, and then you can drop down into the Room of Fate. And I knew for a fact that I was getting firepower, so all I had to do was look for the stone that had red stones within it, or red gems inside of the stone, and I knew it was the one that I specifically wanted. But I know that you guys want to know exactly what each of the different fates are and what the stones actually look like. So I actually just posted a video on that, which will be the top link in the description, that goes through what the fates look like and what they all do as well. Thank you guys for watching. My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.